guys, this is Svein on the ECRS channel back again, and today we're gonna have a look at the Storm Collectibles 1/12 scale Mortal Kombat Liu Kang figure. And yeah, I've been waiting a long time for this one, and finally it's there. It's a huge box, as you can see, and as always it is a nice big window display here. Got the logos and the name on the front. You got the artwork on the side here. Here's the side of the box. Here's the back of the box with your product shots, and there's a small bio here. And if you want to read it, you can read it on your own time. If I can get the camera to focus. And there you have that. And yeah, some of the product shots are there. And on the other side, you also have Liu Kang and the dragon. And yeah, top of the box. On the bottom, you got some warning and stuff there. And that's pretty much it for the box. So let me open it up and we'll have a look at the contents. Inside the box, you find plastic clamshells, and there is also this huge piece of cardboard backdrop. This one is big enough to actually take some photos with, so but it's a really nice one. Can't even get it all on screen there, but yeah, that's that. And here is the clamshells. In the top part you get a piece of the dragon, his dragon fireball effect there, and some hands, and 2 extra head sculpts and the figure. And that's how everything is packaged there. In the bottom part you find the tail of the dragon here, a stand, and the body of the dragon. And that's how everything is packaged. Now let me get everything out of the plastic trays, and I'll be right back. And here is everything out of the box. So let's take a quick look at everything here, starting off with the accessories as usual. Here is the flaming dragon fireball, pretty long, done in a transparent yellow, red, orangey piece here. Kind of flexible at the end here due to being so thin, but a little bit stiffer towards the forward part here. You can see the dragon shaped head with the teeth in the front there. Nicely sculpted and detailed here. And it has this peg hole at the bottom there, so you can use it with the included stand that comes packed in this plastic bag. It's the same stand that you get with just about any Storm collectible figure with the stand. You got this stand pieces in various heights. Let's see here if I can. There should be 2 of each part. Here you got 2 long parts there, and you get two shorter parts there. And you get the 2 base parts where one is shorter than the other. So you can either build a very tall stand piece or a short stand piece. And just for the heck of it, I'm going to roughly assemble it here. This one goes in the bottom, and you can build something like this. Now I have the bottom piece upside down here, so it rotates really easily, but yeah, that's the fireball and the stand. Putting that to the side for now. Let's take a look at the dragon first. You got this tail piece here. It has a rotation. It's at the ball joint right there, and there's a ball joint there that goes into the dragon. And then you have the body. It's ball joint in the neck here, ball joint up here, ball joint in the chest here. There's where the tail goes in. There's ball joints at the hips here. There is a ball joint, I think, at the knee, or maybe a ball hinge. The same type of joint down here, swivels, stuff. Same at the ankle. You get the ankle rocker, moves up and down. The toe can move up, and you also get the head, jaw or mouth can open, head on a ball joint here. There's a ball joint here. There's a, here you can actually see the type of joint too. Rotates in and out. No bicep swivel, but you get the swivel at the elbow here, moves up and down, and the hand is on a ball joint or a ball hinge here. And yeah, I'm going to assemble the dragon off camera, and compare it with the figure in a moment here. So I'll just put it to the side for now. I've heard it's pretty tough getting the dragon assembled, so I'm gonna do it off camera. You get some hands for the actual Liu Kang figure here. You get a pair of relaxed hands, nicely painted. You get a pair of these flat palm hands, nicely painted too. You get a pair of flared out hands here. You get a pair of sort of grasping hands. And you get a pair of posing hands here for his combat stance. And that's it for the hands. You get 2 extra head sculpts. There's the first one, nicely painted and sculpted. This piece here is a soft piece that's plugged in. I don't think it can rotate, so I don't want to twist off the peg there, but yeah, nicely done. And you get the other screaming one here. It's basically the same head with a different face expression. Nicely painted. And then we're left with the figure. And you get this stoic or this neutral face expression. And yeah, and taking a good overall look at the figure. Beautiful done. I love this. It's a soft rubber piece for the upper torso here, and yeah, nicely sculpted. My first impression holding the figure is that it seems smaller than the others, but we're gonna have a comparison at the end here. But yeah, going to go close on the details here. Nicely sculpted. You got the gauntlets here. Those are floating pieces. Comes with the tight fist straight out of the box. There's a double jointed elbow, giving you a nice range of motion there. no outfit on this body to hinder the articulation in the upper torso. You got the butterfly joint, swivel, bicep swivel. There's a ball hinge at the wrist here, and yeah, he can bend pretty far forward, but at some point you're gonna get a gap in the back there, so be careful. But he can bend pretty far forward there to do his bicycle kick. There. Got to remember to adjust the soft rubber pieces as you pose the figure. There's swivel here, swivel in the upper body, and good range of motion on the head. It's basically the more or less the same articulation as on any other Mortal Kombat Storm figure. Can kick pretty far up. This hip piece is soft rubber. You have a double jointed knee. And there's swivel at the hip, but there's no swivel anywhere else down the leg. You get the up and down at the ankle, you get the pivot, and you get the toe joint. Let's see, right there. And yeah, it's an awesome looking figure. I'm really glad to have this one in my collection now. Been waiting for Liu Kang for so long. Got the ribbons on the gauntlet here. Nicely sculpted. So yeah, that's basically it for the figure. Now let me assemble the dragon and bring in some other figures and we'll do a comparison. Alright, so time for some comparisons. First off, you can see Liu Kang is actually smaller and more slender than the Mortal Kombat 3 Scorpion on his left there, or your right. And he's even a little bit more slender than Kung Lao here on the left. But they're basically, Kung Lao and Liu Kang are basically about the same height, but Scorpion here is definitely a little bit shorter, taller, I mean. So there's Liu Kang compared to his Shaolin body Kung Lao and Scorpion, and those two figures there are basically the representation of the regular human characters. So let's remove these guys. Now, managed to assemble the dragon, and that didn't go particularly painless. I poked the frickin' crap out of me on some of the spikes on the dragon, and I'm surprised it didn't even draw blood. But yeah, be careful when you assemble the dragon. It needs quite a bit of force to put it together, and once it's together, it's together. You're gonna have a hard time getting that one apart again. It's yeah, it's a dragon now in one piece. Anyway, here's the comparison between Liu Kang and the dragon. There's the dragon from the side, and the dragon is pretty hefty too. It's a good chunk of plastic, this one, and it's quite poseable for being a dragon and the engineering behind it. But it's a massive piece. And now, just to show you how big the dragon actually is, let's remove Liu Kang for a second here, and we bring in Kintaro. The dragon, though it's hunched up a little bit, this dragon, it can be extended to be taller if you use the joints in the feet. But yeah, he's taller than Kintaro right there, and Kintaro is a massive figure. The dragon even weighs more than the Kintaro figure too. And I also brought in Motaro here. He's clearly bigger than Motaro, but just for shelf space comparison's sake, there you can see the amount of space the dragon is going to take up. It's going to be pretty much, if you put the figure head on the shelf, it's going to take pretty much the same shelf depth to display the dragon and as it Motaro. I have my Motaro placed sideways in the shelf because of the tail, but yeah, there you have that. And let me remove Horsey here. So the dragon is a huge piece, but really nicely detailed with the scales and stuff here. Better watch out for these right here when you put the tail in. And you got some stuff in the back here, pretty sharp and pointy when you put the torso onto the body here. But yeah, really big, this dragon. So yeah, that's it for comparisons. And that was my review on the Storm Collectibles 1/12 scale Mortal Kombat figure. And yeah, it's been a long wait for this figure, and I'm glad to finally have it in my collection. And yeah, what you see here is what you get in the packaging. You get 5 pair of hands, 2 extra head sculpt, the dragon and the fireball effect, and yeah, it's a nice addition to the series, and I'm looking forward for the next releases. And yeah, that was it for my review. If you liked it, give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, and as always, go nuts in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Bye bye.